Hey team, so we're continuing with our AMRAP series, and this one is going to be a 10-minute core AMRAP. You do need one dumbbell, or if you're traveling, you could grab a bottle of water, or if you have a can, or just something that you could hold. It doesn't need to be super heavy, and really, you could even do this without any weights, and it's still going to be effective. But I'd say 5 pounds, 8 pounds. I'm going to use an 8-pound weight today, but we're going to go through a series of 5 moves. We're going to be working 10 reps of each move, and then we'll just cycle through as many times as we can in the 10 minutes. So we'll start with a really quick warm up here, and then we'll get into the core AMRAP. All right. So again, you can track how many times you make it through the cycle, and then kind of use that to challenge yourself moving forward. All right. But this one, we don't have to be super rushed per se, because it is core, and a lot of times if you go a little bit slower and controlled with the core, it can be more effective. So today's focus is not to really rush through it per se, but just to see how many times you can get through that cycle with quality movement and controlled reps. All right, so first let's just go ahead and start with some torso twists. So just side to side, so lift up that heel, and then just get a nice rotation through the torso. And then we're just going to do some hip openers, and then we're going to go right into it. So pretty quick warm up. One more each side here. All right, go ahead and just open the hip up and then bring it back. So circle it open, circle it back. So we're going to stick with magic number being 10 today, just to keep it easy for counting purposes. Let's get one more each side. All right, and actually let's hit some arm circles here, because we're going to be holding the weight today. So a couple to the back, a couple to the front. Our first move is going to be a standing move. All right, a couple more to the front here. All right. So I'm going to set our timer for 10 minutes, and we're just going to get through as much as we can. All right, so first move, standing chops. We're going to hold that dumbbell right in the center, and we're just going to kind of keep the arms bent, but chop side to side, right? Keep the hips square to the front, but we are twisting in the torso. So we're going to hit 10 of those, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, and just keep that core nice and tight, hips facing forward. All right, now we're gonna come down and do 10 jackknives. So for this one, you're gonna hold the ends of that dumbbell. We're gonna lift head, neck, and shoulders, press the lower back into the ground, extend the arms, extend the legs, okay? And it's gonna look like this. Inhale, exhale, that's 1, okay? If you need to modify it, that's 2. You can go single leg, right? If you need to. I'm not gonna count that one, so we're gonna count this as 3. Lower back stays down. 4, 5. The closer you take the heels to the ground, the harder it is. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, now we're gonna come up to a high plank. We're gonna set that weight on the outside of the hands. Okay, feet a little bit wide, tuck the tailbone, shoulders right over those wrists. We're gonna reach through, and you can either pick it up or drag it through. That's 1. Try to keep your hips square to the ground, so there's really no rotation or no movement outside of the arm. Moving the weight, we're gonna call that 4. If you need to, you can come down to the knees. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to come down for an A-frame twist. So holding the weight, hinging back slightly. What you're going to try to do is drive that elbow to the ground. Then we're going to press it up. Okay, so this is just to demo it. All right. So elbow tap, press the weight high. All right, so this is 1. Exhale, inhale, exhale. That's 2. If you can't get the elbow to tap all the way down, just go as far as you can. Still try to hit that little hinge back. I'm terrible at counting. We're gonna call that 6. That's 7, 8, reaching it nice and high, 9, and 10. We're gonna finish with a side plank move, okay? For this one, we're gonna go, we'll go 10 reps each side just to keep it simple. All right, so on the elbow, shoulder right above the elbow, hip stacked, ankle stacked. We're gonna take that weight, we're gonna reach it under, and then straight up above the shoulder. That's 1. So we'll do 10 each side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just reach it under slightly and then straight up. 6, so the arm's getting a little work there too. 2 more on this side, and we're gonna even it out and go to the other side. All right, so reset to that other elbow, shoulder, and if you need to modify this, go down to the inside knee, bend that knee to 90, top leg stay straight. I'll just show the modification on this side since I forgot to in the last one. That's 2, little twist, reach high, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going back to the top with those chops. Okay, now that you knew all the moves, we'll get through a little bit quicker, but again, today, even though it's working in AMRAP style, we're not rushing today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Keep those hips square to the front. 8, 9, 10. Okay, come on down. What did we have next? I just forgot. The jackknives. I probably forgot them because they're not my favorite. So here we go. And 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Remember, single leg if you need it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep that lower back glute down. 8, 9, and 10. Into your high plank for that weight drag or that weight pickup. Shoulders above the wrist, heels back, tailbone tucked. Reach across. When you think about setting it to the outside of the hands, so you have to reach a little further. 3, 4. Remember, the only thing moving really is your arm. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, back to those A-frame twists. Hold the weight, hinge back, heels down, elbow tap, reach high. 1, 2, 3, exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, ready for our side plank series. On that elbow, reach through, reach up. Reach through at the bottom and up for 1, 2, hips stacked, ankles stacked. 3. Remember, go to that inside knee if you need to. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A little sneaky shoulder work in here. 10. All right, we're going to the other side for 10 more. And then back to the top. Elbow under that shoulder. Hip stacked, ankle stacked. Reach it under and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reset at the top. We got about 3 minutes left, so let's see how many we can get through here. Okay, again, controlled movements. Hips square, torso twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, back down for the jackknives. Getting a little sneaky cardio in here too because we're changing moves so much. I'm starting to sweat. That's 4. Keep the lower back glued to the ground. If it starts to come up, press the ribs down. Or don't lower the heels as low. 1 more. Back to that plank dumbbell drag. Hip square, minimal movement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A-frame twist. We're at the 2-minute mark. Hold that weight. Tap it down. Reach up. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more here. And on the other side. 10. Side plank. With that, reach through and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, you guys can go at your own pace. You don't have to follow me on the pace. Okay, pause if you need to. Just remember what the moves are. Write it down, follow at your own pace. Elbow beneath that shoulder. Ankle stacked, knees stacked. Remember, inside knee down if you need to. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30 seconds, so we're going back to the top. And I did not track how many times. I think we got at least 3, if not 4. We're going at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, back down for those jackknives. Let's finish it out here with the last 20 seconds, okay? So 10 quality reps here. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, great job, you guys. And that's time, right? Let's go ahead and walk those hands forward, sink the hips back. I got a little sweat going. I hope you guys did too. Yeah, so again, usually goal for an AMRAP is to see how many times you can get through in that specific amount of time. Same idea, even though this is core, like I said, it's okay to go a little slower on this one. Okay, because sometimes when you go a little bit slower in core, it actually makes it a little more challenging. Okay, so just make sure you're not rushing through, but tracking to see how many times you get through, and then either trying to maintain that or, if you're able to get through a couple extra reps, the transition time too on that, getting set up in the moves takes time, so you can always challenge yourself to move through those transitions quicker. Right now we're just rounding it and releasing it through the back. Get that core a little stretch, so tailbone up, shoulder blades down, and then tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin around it. So, hope you guys enjoyed that one. You can add that on to any other workout as a bonus, or if you're short on time and just really want to focus on core, then that's a great one to try. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you for the next one.